You told yourself you'd just look. One quick scroll before bed. And now there's a pair of shoes in your cart. You don't need them. You can't fully afford them. Part of you already knows you'll feel regret in the morning. But your thumb is already moving toward buy now. Here's what I want you to understand tonight. It's going to change how you see every impulsive choice you've ever made. That wasn't weakness. That was a hijacking. And once you can see the machinery behind it, you stop losing to it. Let's start with the thing almost nobody tells you. You don't make decisions with one brain. You make them with two systems that are constantly negotiating. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman called them System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast. It's automatic, emotional, and effortless. It's the part of you that flinches, craves, wants, and reacts right now. It doesn't do math. It doesn't do next month. It does. This feels good, get it. System 2 is slow. It's the deliberate planner that weighs consequences. It runs the budget and remembers the goal you set on Sunday. But it's expensive to run and lazy by design. It only shows up when you deliberately call it. Here's the problem. When you're tired, stressed, hungry, or emotional system, one doesn't just win. It gets to the decision before System 2 has even woken up. By the time your rational planner shows up to say, wait, do we actually need this? The order's already confirmed. So an impulse purchase isn't a debate you lost. It's a debate that ended before the smart part of you ever got to speak. Now you might be thinking, okay, so I just need more willpower. I want to gently push back on that. Because the willpower story is only half true. The half that's false is the part that makes you feel broken. There's a long-standing idea in psychology that self-control works like a muscle. That muscle tires out over the course of a day. Resist the donut at breakfast, bite your tongue in the meeting. Sit in traffic without losing it, and by 11 p.m. the tank is empty. That's why impulse control collapses at night, not in the morning. Now I'll be straight with you. This specific theory is debated among researchers. Some studies haven't been able to reproduce it cleanly, so don't treat it as an iron law. But here's what nobody argues about. Decision-making genuinely degrades when you're tired, stressed, and low on energy. Whether you call it a drained muscle or just an exhausted brain, the pattern is real. Your defenses are lowest, exactly when the temptation tends to be highest. Which is why just try harder at midnight is a losing strategy. You're bringing your weakest self to your hardest fight. Here's the piece that explains why you keep getting surprised by your own behavior. Psychologist George Lowenstein described something called the hot-cold empathy gap. When you're cold, you genuinely can't imagine how strong a craving will feel when you're hot. Cold you on Sunday confidently says I won't online shop this week. Cold you means it. But cold you is a stranger to hot you. Hot you tired, bored, a little lonely at 11 p.m. is running on completely different wiring. Hot you doesn't care about the promise cold you made. It can barely even remember it. That's the trap. We keep making plans as our calm selves, then breaking them as our craving selves. We blame our character, when really we just handed the decision to a version of us that was never going to keep the deal. You're not inconsistent. You're two different states of the same person. Only one of them was in the room when the promise got made. Now let's zoom out. So far, we've talked about what's inside your head. But there's a second half to this, and it's the part designed on purpose. The apps, the stores, the feeds are engineered by thousands of very smart people. Their entire job is to remove the pause between wanting and buying. Think about every friction they've deleted. Saved card details one-tap checkout, buy now instead of a cart. Countdown timers, 3 people are viewing this free returns. The rational objection, what if I regret it, gets quietly disarmed. Every one of those is aimed at the same target. Shrink the gap between System 1's impulse and the action. So System 2 never has time to arrive. This matters because it flips the whole story. If a choice was hard for you, it's not necessarily that you're weak. It might be that it was designed to be hard to resist. It was never a fair fight. It was optimized, tested, and refined against millions of people just like you. That's not an excuse, it's a strategy shift. Because you can't out-willpower a system built by a team of engineers. But you can redesign the environment right back. So here's the good news, and it's genuinely freeing. The fix isn't more willpower, it's less reliance on it. You don't beat impulse in the hot moments, you beat it in advance when you're cold. You build the pause back in. 5 things that actually move the needle. 1. Reintroduce friction. Delete saved cards, log out of shopping apps, take them off your home screen. Every extra step is a doorway where System 2 can finally catch up. 2. Use a waiting rule. Anything over a set amount goes in the cart for 24 hours before you can buy. Most impulses don't survive the night. The craving was never really about the shoes, it was about the feeling. And that feeling always passes. 3. Decide when you're cold. Make the rules for hot moments while you're still calm. A grocery list, a monthly budget, a no buying after 10 p.m. rule. You're letting cold, you protect hot you. 4. Name the feeling underneath. Impulse buying is often emotional regulation in disguise. You're not shopping for the item, you're shopping to not feel bored, anxious, or empty for a second. Name it, and the object loses half its power. 5. Change the environment, not just the intention. Unsubscribe from marketing emails, turn off the notifications. Don't rely on resisting the temptation, 100 times remove it once. So the next time you catch yourself with your thumb over buy now, I hope you hear this instead of the usual self-criticism. This was never a character flaw. It's a fast brain, a tired mind, a craving self, and an environment engineered to exploit all 3. You don't need to become a person with infinite willpower. That person doesn't exist. You just need to see the system and then quietly redesign it. So the version of you that wants to do better doesn't have to win the fight alone. If this reframes something for you, subscribe to Psychology Explained. We break down one piece of human behavior at a time, so you can actually understand the machinery you're running on. I'll see you in the next one.